PPR versus PPR, PPR and PPR-CT, very similar. The good part is it's a green product. That's part of the reason, kind of as a marketing ploy, we've actually created in green color. 100% recyclable, but the more important thing is the piping itself, the raw material, the Vesbo is a byproduct of the oil distillation system. So when they're distilling oil, creating gasoline and everything, they actually found something to do with the byproducts, and this is one of the items. Therefore, there's a lot more of this being produced than can ever be used. So the price is extremely stable, unlike copper and even steel. It is a byproduct, therefore it's green. We're not having to create something new. No VOCs.
Is the machine you have for fusing it together, is it something you have to buy or can you rent it?
Depends on the size. We're
For the
setting it up.
smaller size.
The smaller size, you may as well buy it because, what was that, $260? Something like
I have
that.
a lot of, industrial chemicals that I deal with, and that pipe seems like it would work because it only lasts so long and then the chemical heats up over
Exactly.
And if that'll hold up to it, I don't have to replace it so often.
Precisely. And the books that we're sending you also has the chemical resistivity charts in it. No blues. It's the other good thing about, by the way, is, and I will say this, the pipe by itself, like most plastics, does not pass the 2550 flame and smoke spray. However, when properly insulated, almost all process piping, almost all piping we use commercially anyway, does get insulated. So if properly insulated, then as an assembly, it is not an issue. The other item, unlike PVC and CPVC, if it burns, we do not get toxic fumes off of it. I mean, we do get fumes, but majority of the discharge is actually carbon dioxide. Insulated reduced material costs. The other is structurally, what you're having to hold this piping with, how you're having to support it. Now it is plastic. The phaser, you still have to support a little closer together, which we also have the charts in there, a little closer together with steel and copper. What we've got, we also have a plastic hanging set kit that pretty much keeps it to about the same dimensions as. Now, one thing, just real quick, the PPR-CT versus the PPR. The biggest thing, obviously, the red is the PPR-CT, black is the PPR. You can see that, for the most part, they're real similar until you get off to the higher temperatures. Then we fall off, and this is a 50-year cycle, which also reminds me, from an engineering standpoint, this is here. It's a relatively new material. In Europe and Asia, it's more like 20 years. But we do offer, unlike any other piping system, we do offer a warranty, and the life expectancy is 50 to 100 years, depending upon what you're doing with it.
Do you have where you can mate it to different metals? In other words,